TS Row, if you don't post again, bro, I'm getting sick of waiting for the TS Row uploads, man. I've been waiting every day, checking my feed, and it's just never there. Bro, get the videos out, TS, come on!
I will do what I must.
One of XDefiant's most appealing features is its cast of unique factions, each with their own playstyles and more importantly, their own gadgets. Ranging from deployable napalm that incinerates everything it comes into contact with, to a crawling copyright strike waiting to happen. There are the best and worst things about each unique ability. Starting off with the Cleaners. Who doesn't love burning everything alive? The Cleaners fire drone can provide an express delivery of one very flammable explosion, leaving behind a trail of fire that causes AoE burn damage. Even if it's not super high damage, the area denial that the drone offers is definitely one of its biggest strengths, especially for an objective player. However, the biggest weakness for this drone is the fact that you need a clear line of sight on where you want the drone to land to be able to deploy it, meaning a lot of times you will potentially get killed before the drone reaches its destination. But honestly, why is the drone when the Molotov is better in almost every single way? The Molotov works as follows. You see the enemy, you approach the enemy, you press E, they die, GG. Both its biggest strength and its biggest weakness is the way that it is deployed. The Molotov is deployed at your feet. It doesn't damage you and it insta-kills most enemies, but you can't throw the grenade, which is probably for the best to be fair, otherwise most matches would look a lot like this. Now, if you're an objective player, then the Phantom class is for you. Your first option is the Mag Barrier, a deployable one-way shield that is strong in both offensive and defensive battles, as well as being able to be deployed mid-gunfight, which is certain to make the enemy launch their fist through their monitor. Versatility is the best thing about the shield. It could be placed almost anywhere, or even be used for some next level corner camping.
And I did it because I love order. Hell, I love it.
Whilst it is decently strong, enough damage will destroy it, but you want to pay attention to EMP grenades, which will insta-kill the shield, and especially Dead Sex Hijack, which will flip the allegiance of the shield and will result in anyone taking cover by this now enemy barrier to get swiftly destroyed. Before we move on to the next gadget, I just want to ask if you're enjoying the video, then please leave it a thumbs up and a nice comment, as this will help boost my video and send it to more people in the XDefiant community. I'd greatly appreciate it. Moving on to the Blitz Shield. Not to be confused with Blitz's shield added in Season 1, this one's pretty straightforward. It's just a big riot shield. It has a very short cooldown, so you can constantly apply offensive pressure to the enemy whilst your team follows behind you. This shield is surprisingly fun even if you're just going for kills. Chasing people or bashing their heads in is a good laugh. You just need to be careful of getting surrounded and getting shot from behind, getting shot on the toes from the front, and of course, getting flame grilled alive by the Cleaner's Molotov. The quick and easy healing of the Libertad faction's Vida boost has made it the go-to ability for MP7 wielding, jump spamming, movement based crackheads. This ability ruled the game during its betas.
I think, yeah, pretty much everyone picked Libertad. So Libertad basically has it so you can heal, which is kind of like a stim shot. Kind of reminds me of BO4.
And even after its nerfs at release, it still holds up. The downside to using this healing item is that in between its cooldowns, it is single use, meaning once you've used it and regened your health, that's pretty much it for the next 20 seconds. Alternatively, you could deploy the Remedio canister and provide constant healing over a decent area for 30 seconds. This is huge and can be the difference between winning or losing a team battle. Slap this bad boy down on the objective or where you're making your stand, and you'll be a lot harder to kill if you play it right. The only things you need to worry about are EMPs. If you place it down around the corners, then chances are the enemy won't even be able to hijack it. On bonus tip, the Remedio can heal through walls. Speaking of gadgets that operate through walls, the Echelon's Intel suit might be the most controversial ability in the game. It caught a pretty respectable nerf with the launch of Season 1, but that doesn't change the fact that this ability grants you and your entire team wall hacks. Periodic pings reveal all enemies and gadgets through surfaces within a certain range for a few seconds with each ping. The best thing about the Intel suit is the wall hacks. Obviously, you didn't need me to tell you that, you idiot. But once again, a quick EMP grenade will shut the suit offline. As of Season 1, there is no ability or passive trait that makes you invisible to the Intel suit's pings. But if you actually want to be invisible, then the digital Ghillie suit has you covered. This will render you almost completely invisible. Perfect for flanks and any other dastardly tasks that invisible people do.
I know what kind of man you are.
Also, a lot of people don't know that the strength of the invisibility on the cloak actually increases if you stand still or stop sprinting. As usual, an EMP grenade will turn the suit off, but also pay attention to the sound the suit makes. If you can hear them coming before they decloak, then that might just be the edge you need to win. I'm pretty sure the only reason people play DedSec is because they enjoy knowing how much pain and frustration they are causing the enemy team. The Spiderbot is the most selfish ability in the game, which only exists to rise people's blood pressure. Place this little critter down and follow it around until it latches onto the face of some poor single father who's just trying to enjoy a few games after his 10-hour shift. Use this opportunity to kill him unfairly with your level 349 ACR, make them wish they stayed on for extra unpaid overtime, you cruel monster. The worst thing about this ability is you. How about you help your team and play Libertad instead? If you still want to be a little mischievous, but also want to help the team, then the Hijack ability is perfect. This gadget will force the enemy's utility to execute Order 66 and turn on its owner. This is an especially good way to deal with mag barrier spam, but can also hack ADSs, Remedios, and even fire drones too if you're quick enough. However, there's one big issue with this ability. Currently, it's the only faction ability in XDefiant that can be 100% useless. You see, if the enemy team are running abilities that can't be hacked, like Molotovs and Intel suits, two very popular options, then the Hijack ability is literally useless. Over time, when more factions and abilities are added, the Hijack tool will only grow more and more helpful, but right now, its power is limited to say the least. The GSK is the new faction, and finally you can stop worrying about grenades now with the ADS. A trophy system that can destroy an unlimited number of projectiles in its lifespan, and yes, that does include fire drones. This gadget is an objective player's dream, especially with how strong grenades and grenade spam is on smaller maps in XDefiant. Standard weaknesses for the ADS are EMPs and Hijack, though just watch out as at the minute deploying it can occasionally be quite buggy. Hopefully this gets fixed soon. The only plus side to the comically large razor wire is that it will get a kill every once in a while.
You stupid.
I'm sorry, but it sucks. It's massive, it's flimsy, it takes a full afternoon to deploy, and can be hijacked by DedSec? Yeah, watch out guys, the enemy has just hacked our barbed wire. The best thing about this wire is that if the enemy is using it, then that means they're not using an ADS, so you can continue to launch grenades at your heart's content. And that has been the best and worst thing about every gadget in XDefiant. Like the video if you enjoyed, and subscribe if you want to see more. Cheers.